I want to see a representative of the United States Embassy. I told them hours ago I demand to see an American representative.
They cannot help you, Miss Denning. You claim to be Baraka now. The United States has no jurisdiction over this matter as long as you pretend to be the Queen of Iraq. I am Mr. Jamal, the attorney appointed to defend you by General Abdullah's court.
Why are you even bothering with this charade? I don't believe for a minute I'll get anything close to a fair trial. I don't even know if you're a real lawyer.
I understand how you must feel, Miss Denning, but I can assure you my credentials are in order, and you will be fairly represented in accordance with our laws.
The laws of Barak?
The laws of Abdullah. Abdullah is Barak. We are not barbarians.
Tell that to the thousands of people Abdullah murdered.
We are going to show the world.
Before you convict me?
Oh, yeah. Boy, it's been a long time, stranger.
Oh, it's good to see your face.
So, what do I call you now? Prince, your Royal Highness?
No, Matt. Just Matt. That's who I am.
Good to have him home again, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about you, sweetheart? I've been reading about what's been happening at the hospital in the newspaper with your mechanical heart.
Yeah, well, the whole situation's a real mess.
I don't understand how it could have been implanted. I thought that heart was experimental. How could this Park?
Dr. Park is a very complex man. He's had a rough time of it. He lost all his medical accreditation when he left Korea and came to the United States to start over again. Now, that doesn't excuse what he did. But if he used that heart without authorization, it's probably cost him his career.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Dr. Park. Thank you for coming by. Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
Well, listen, I called you over here because I heard about what happened at the hospital and about the trouble you're in. I'd like to help you if I can.
I don't understand. How can you help me?
I'm not sure I can. I'm concerned about your situation, though. I'm on the House Immigration Committee, and I was told you may be deported as a result of all this.
My visa is conditional on my residency at University Hospital. I can't go back to Korea, Congressman.
Tell me what that would mean for you.
There is no place for me there. Deportation would mean serious problems for me and for my family.
Okay, so tell me, why did you do it?
For one reason only. To save the life of my patient.
Wouldn't the Achilles heart have saved your patient?
No. Not more than a few hours. The heart Dr. McCannis and I have been working on is far superior to the Achilles. This patient's condition was so grave already that I felt the McCannis heart was his only real chance to live until a donor heart could be located. And he did live longer than he would have on the Achilles.
How long have you worked with Dr. McCandless on this particular research?
A little over a year. I did what I believe was right, Congressman. To save a life, not to cure a patient.
If I knew more of the details, there might be some mitigating argument to be made in your defense so that you could stay here and clear your name.
I don't know what more I can say. I have told the hospital board everything.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Think. I mean, after all, you did not invent the heart implant.
Well, no, but Dr. McCandless wasn't in the operating room. He had no idea what I was doing.
Didn't he?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know what I mean. I mean, it just seems like there's something more, as if you're trying to protect him. Dr. McCandless certainly had more at stake than you did, Dr. Park. I mean, 3 years of research, his life savings, according to the papers.
Well, yes, but he wrote me a memo telling me specifically not to do anything more with the heart.
Do you have it?
Yes, somewhere.
That's too bad. Because if there was no memo, I might have been able to help you with immigration. But now, I'm sorry.
Thank you for your time, Congressman.
Hey, so we got a lot of catching up to do. I hear you're living with someone. It sounds serious.
It is. I love her.
So, tell me about her.
Well, I've never known someone like this in my life before. She's an artist, a wonderful painter. She's funny, smart, very perceptive about people.
I've never seen you like this before, Thomas.
Well, I really love this lady a lot, man.
Why do I get the feeling there's something I'm not so sure of here?
Well, we have our problems. I'm not going to kid myself about that. We kept trying to fight it, she more than me, but we weren't getting anywhere fighting, so we decided to stop and move in together. So far, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
I am so glad for you, Thomas. I can't wait to meet her.
Well, you will tomorrow. And we want you to come over to the house, spend some time with us. But enough about me. I want to hear about my brother, the world traveler. What are you planning? You want to be around for a while?
I don't know. I got a lot to think about.
Boys, that's the understatement of the century. How are you, man? I can't imagine what this is like for you.
Yeah, well, the whole thing seems pretty unreal to me. I mean, to wake up one morning and find out you're heir to some war-torn country halfway around the world from everything you've known is pretty incredible.
Well, all I know is what I've heard in the news. But it sounds to me like the situation in Barack is pretty desperate.
It is. They're at war, Thomas. And no matter what anyone tells you about who I am, I know that I'm not capable of being anyone but Matt McCandless. How can I possibly do anything to change what's going on there?
I am here to help you. Perhaps you're unaware of the situation in Karistan right now. What little water remains is contaminated. There have been no deliveries of food for over a week. The people are starving. We have severed the power lines. The hospital...
I'm well aware of what the people are going through.
The capital will fall in a matter of days, perhaps sooner. Abdullah will take the throne, and all of your self-sacrifice would have been wasted. I am here to offer you a way to save your life.
I'm not interested.
Hear me out. Abdullah is the rightful leader of Barack.
Abdullah is a killer and a tyrant.
Abdullah will bring stability to Barack.
Abdullah will bring death and torture to the thousands of people who believe in freedom, just as he did before Ali overthrew him.
If you continue to refuse to cooperate, you will be charged with treason. You will be tried by Abdullah's court. And if you are found guilty, you will be sentenced to death. You are a young woman. You have your whole life before you. This is not your country. It's not your cause. Save yourself.
I've heard enough, Mr. Jamal. You may go now.
All you have to do is sign this.
What kind of lies are in that?
No lies. A simple statement of abdication. If you relinquish your throne and tell the Baraccan people that Abdullah is their rightful ruler, you will be released, free to go to your country.
This is my country. You're asking me to betray everything I believe in, everything that Ali fought for.
No, Miss Denning. I'm giving you the one chance you have to save your life.
WREL TV5.
These are excellent, Miss Thompson. Excellent, but you know that I'm going to have to check on these.
Oh, of course. Is this number for the garrison still good?
Yes. Do you mind if I call them while you're still here?
Not at all.
Hello, may I speak to Mr. Garrison, please?
This is Mr. Garrison.
Well, hi. My name is Kelly Harper, and I'm calling to verify the references of a Margaret Hanson.
Well, I can't recommend her too highly. The rest of my family would tell you the same thing.
I understand you employed her as a nanny?
Yes, but she was more like a member of the family. The kids loved her. She's wonderful with children.
Could you tell me what her responsibilities were? Yeah. Oh, good, because I want her to drive for me, too. Well, you seem to have been very pleased with her.
More than pleased. Maggie's a real treasure. You give her our love, mine and the missus, will you?
Well, would you like to speak to her? She's right here.
Sure.
Thank you. Hello? Hello, Mr. Garrison.
I told her you were the best thing since sliced bread, Lurie.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
It looks to me like you're in.
Yes, I hope so. Please give my love to the children.
You do it just great.
Goodbye, Mr. Garrison, and thank you again. Oh, here's Miss Harper.
Mr. Garrison, you've been a big help. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye. I guess I don't have to tell you, he gave you a glowing recommendation.
He's a very nice man. I understand your position. I mean, references can't tell you everything. But I love children, I truly do. And I think that's the most important credential that a nanny could have. Don't get me wrong. I had a child myself, and I certainly understand how you have to be careful.
How old is your child?
Oh, he's all grown up. I don't see him very much. I miss him.
I'm sure. Margaret, I think that you'll be perfect for us. Now, if you possibly could, I'd like you to start today. Could you do that?
Yes, that would be fine.
Good. I think I ought to tell you, Scotty's father and I are separated.
I know. The congressman told me. I'm sorry.
Yes, well, the reason I need someone is to take care of Scotty when he's at his father's house. Now, Trey is supposed to see him tomorrow. I'd like you to take him over there.
Certainly.
You know where the Clegg estate is?
Beg your pardon.
Trey lives at his father's estate. It's not very far from here. Oh, Margaret, it's just a big house. I mean, the Cleggs probably won't pay any attention to you. The people who work there are very nice. Would you mind doing that?
No.
Good. Well, I guess that's about it. Welcome to the family, Margaret. Well, I didn't expect you back so early.
I couldn't get any work done. Phones at the hospital are ringing off the hook. The press is everywhere. There's even 2 reporters from the National Intruder waiting for me.
What, outside here? What do they want with you?
No, they're going after Kim. They're determined to sensationalize this whole thing, and they're not going to stop until they do.
Okay, let's get out of here. We'll never have any lunch. Nancy, whatever it is, it can wait. No, I'll take it. Yes, this is Congressman Clegg.
Hello, Congressman. This is Kim Park.
Yes, Dr. Park.
Yeah, I've been checking through my files, and it seems I was mistaken when I told you about the memo from Thomas McCandless.
Really?
Yes. Well, I've looked all over for it, and it just doesn't exist. Well, frankly, I don't even remember what it said.
Is it possible there never was a memo and that you were mistaken?
Yes.
Well then, I'll do whatever I can to help.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Dad, you're still on the board of directors at University Hospital, aren't you?
Yes, why?
Well, there's something you should know about that fiasco they had about that mechanical heart.
Well, I understand they fired the man responsible and revoked his license.
Yeah, they did, but it looks like Kim Park is taking the fall for someone else.
Who?
Well, Thomas McCandless designed that heart, and 2 days before Dr. Park implanted it, the Stringfellow Foundation refused to fund McCandless's research because we had serious doubts about its viability.
Are you telling me that this heart was in no way ready to be used and McCandless knew it?
Yes. And it sounds like he authorized it, hoping that it would work and be accepted De facto has grounds to reapply for more funding.
Well, does Walter Ratcliffe know about this? He's the chief of staff.
I have no idea.
Well, I'm going to find out.
There's no way that I will sign what amounts to be a death warrant for the free nation and people of Iraq. No, I demand another attorney, and a real one this time.
I am the attorney appointed by the court of Abdullah, and I am here to help you.
If you try to prosecute me with these trumped-up accusations in this phony trial, you will be denounced by the entire free world.
Believe what you will, Miss Denning, but this will be a fair trial, and I will defend you with the best of my ability. However, it will be much easier if you would cooperate.
Cooperate? This is blackmail, Mr. Jamal, plain and simple.
Why are you fighting for a cause you understand nothing about? And in a part of the world to which you owe no allegiance, I am offering you a way out.
No tyrant will ever force me into a surrender that would cheapen my husband's life. Iraq is my country now. All these people are my people. His dream is mine. No one could make me betray Ali or his dream.
But Ali is dead.
I don't believe that.
You realize that if you are convicted, you will be executed.
I would rather die than live knowing I made a deal with a murderer.
You are so young and so headstrong. If you don't wish to think about your own life, think about your friends, your family, the lives of others.
What are you talking about?
I understand your mother is still in Karista.
Oh, my God.
Dad, is this true?
That's a kangaroo court at best. There's no way she's going to get a fair trial.
But she'll be executed.
One way or another, Matt, you're going to have to make a decision now. There's no time left to leave it hanging in the balance.
Isn't there some other way?
What do you want me to do? You want me to march into Barack like John Wayne? Or maybe fly like Superman? Or some other symbol of truth, justice, and the American way? I'm American. I don't know anything about being Prince Marim. I'm Matt McCandless.
Of course you are, son. And the Queen of Barack is just Sloan Denning. And Ali was just a man. A man who happened to be your brother. But you don't have to be a symbol, Matt. For millions of people, you are freedom. And that's what they're fighting for, freedom for an entire nation. And that's one fight that I do believe in. So much so that I hurt your mother and everyone that I love very deeply to fight it myself. I tore us apart and put us all in danger. But I have to tell you, son, even knowing what I know now, I'd do it again if I had to. Because there are some things in this world that are more important than anyone or anything. And if we don't believe that, then we're no better than animals in a jungle. I know your mother doesn't agree with me.
That is the biggest mistake you've ever made, Baxter. I understand why you did it. But God help me. If you decide to go, I don't ever want to have to say goodbye.
But what can I do? What difference can I make against an entire army?
Jeffrey says that Abdul is gathering most of his forces from the people who used to be loyal to Ali. Now that they believe that Ali is dead and that there is no heir to the throne, they're defecting to the enemy force to avoid reprisals. He believes that the announcement of a blood heir to the House of Mahmud would rally the people again and turn the tide against Abdullah. At least let Jeffrey tell the people that Ali's brother is alive.
What, so that I can be the target of Abdullah's bullets instead of Sloan?
If you let Jeffrey just tell the truth, Matt, maybe, and just maybe, he and the Loyalists can save her and the rest of Barack. Can you give them that?
I will see you at the trial, Miss Denning.